I'll show you another programme that I made now. This is, well, I don't need to explain it. I made it, but it's explained right at the very beginning. Have a look, see what you think.
Now, London Tonight has the first pictures from inside the Natwest Tower since it was ripped apart by an IRA bomb in 1993. Exclusive access was granted as Natwest confirmed it won't move back, even when refurbishment is completed in 1997. Tonight, the tower is about to become a spectacular Christmas landmark. Live there now is Lindsay Charlton. Lindsay.
Anna Maria, this is an ambitious live even by our standards. We have, as you can see, the Deputy Prime Minister, we have the Chairman of the Bank, a 600-foot tower, about 50 miles of cabling, and in a few moments we'll throw the switch. Let's hope there's enough money left in the NatWest meter.
There you go, that's what they're going to do.
Briefly, why the Christmas lights this year?
Well, we need Christmas cheer. The bomb was a sad event. This is a very, very happy event that is being regenerated, and we're proud of the contribution it makes to the city, will make in the future, and we hope people will have their spirits lifted up by seeing it.
There you go, that's what they're doing. The NatWest Tower, you probably remember, they're going to light the whole thing up. To Christmas cheer and joy throughout the whole of the region. It'll shine like a beacon to the whole of the southeast of England. They've got Michael Heseltine there to do it, or actually Michael Heseltine is his real name. No, his mates call him Michael Heseltine, and they got it all set up. And they're going to do it, and they're going to brighten it. Slightly, the worry that I had at this point was it's still a little bit dull. You know, he's just standing there as the curtain. Couldn't they get something to just give it that bit of extra pizzazz?
Well, now is the moment of truth. You could ask Mr. Heseltine to turn on the lights.
That's what you want. There you go.
This one has it when the lights go on in London. 3, 2, 1.
There's the NatWest Tower, lit up in all its glory, shining like a beacon. Incidentally, poxy little building they spent £2 on, glowing bright. NatWest Tower, nothing, but I'll play it now, and it's playing now, look. Alistair, if you're back in the studio, could you say something, please? Alistair Stewart in the studio. Could you talk? Please, Alistair. Oh, God, please. Oh. Go on.
And you join me again back in the studio, and there you can see the lights just beginning to develop. I've been in that building, and it is at least 50 feet...
No, don't start talking nonsense now, Alistair. We're in trouble enough it is without you saying that NatWest Tower is 50 feet high, all right? Just make up some pathetic excuse. Alistair, I've got it. Remember the old steam televisions, right? When you turn them on, they never started straight away because they had a crystal. So just use some stupid excuse like that. They're idiots out there, they won't know.
50 stories high, I can tell you, it's a wee bit of time. Even with the Deputy Prime Minister standing there, it takes a little bit of time for it to warm up, but
That's
there it
goes.
Yeah. Lights flashing.
Lights flashing.
What a splendid sight that is going to
be. Even Alistair couldn't tell that lie, could he? Look, listen. What a splendid sight that is. No, he can't bring himself to say it, look. Listen.
And what a splendid sight that is going to be. And
that will be. We know it's not now, it's a piece of old tat, right? But it will be a splendid sight, surely. And then in the end, he completely loses it. Listen.
Lord Alexander said that's going to be there for the rest of the Christmas season. If you're a NatWest customer and you're not happy about it, you can always write in and complain.
Yeah. Thanks, Al. Yeah, all we need at this point was a little bit of your rather suave sarcasm, basically. And listen to the look at the sarkiness now at the end, look.
Yeah. Are we done? Oh, we are. Sorry, I was looking out the window. Very much indeed. So, our thanks to Lindsay Charlton, Lord Alexander, Deputy Prime Minister.
They were all there.
What a wonderful lineup we have. And there's more to come after the break.
Are you still eating beef?
The people who thought they could light up the NatWest Tower obviously are still eating an awful lot of beef. But I'll tell you what, Alistair is a very, very close personal friend of mine. Very short man. And he's worked on a lot of things with me. And if you think he was being sarky there, that was just second division sarky. Here's Alistair. This is his finest hour.
Now, it's the kind of security operation normally reserved for top VIPs. The location is secret. The guard is 24 hours a day.
But the arrival of these visitors is definitely being seen as a turn for the better. Vince Rogers is in Docklands now.
Vince is in Docklands, right? I have to explain something about Vince. He's been waiting there probably about 2 or 3 hours, right? He's in Docklands, and what he's got to do, he's got to think of his opening comments. They're very important. Now, he's in Docklands, and he's thinking, right, I'm here in Docklands. This is before it was developed as much as it is now. It's pretty much a wasteland, and behind me is this old building that's falling down, and just the girders are left. So what I'll say is, I'm here in Docklands, an area which is now bare and desolate. Behind me, the rusty skeleton of an old factory. And it's really not a very pretty sight here. I'm here in Docklands. It's desolate and deserted. Behind me is the rusty skeleton of an old factory. It's not a pretty sight. Okay, and cue.
You know, it's very rusty skeleton. It's not a very pretty sight here in Docklands.
Bless his heart.
It's thought that these are the only terns in the whole of London.
Right, sorry, no, these are terns, right? They're two terns. No, very, very rare nesting birds. I've remembered now the point of the story. Very rare nesting birds. And the one thing we did say when we were making this programme is we must keep the location absolutely secret. Whatever you do, don't let out where the location is, all right?
And they've managed to produce 3 chicks between them, so we can't tell you their precise location for their own safety. But is it possible that all the security...
No, but we can show you where it is, obviously.
What put off any visitors, apart from the most dedicated twitcher?
Vince, we heard Kieran Murphy there say that he hoped the dedicated ornithologist would be able to get along there and see the terns, but with all that security, is that really going to be possible?
In a word, no, not for about a year or so. As you can see, the security is very tight.
Don't start coming in here now. Because I'll shoo you off. I will, I'll shoo you off. That's the tight security.
When it is built and it is finished in
For God's sake, at least stand up straight.
approximately a year's time, then local school children from inner city areas will be able to come to this place to see the local wildlife. But the whole thing will be strictly by appointment only.
Yes, absolutely. They can try driving in here with a big lorry load of explosives. I don't care. I mean, it's got a big spot on it. It's terrible. No, don't think I'm being sarcastic, right? Let's go back to the studio to Alistair, shall we?
As indeed the gentleman standing just behind you is already making sure. Vince, thank you very much indeed. When we come back,
I'll be taking the piss in a rather supercilious way about another story. Goodbye for now. Bless his heart. I love him.